Hello! Welcome to another episode of Simply Nerdy. I'm your host, Steven. I'm joined today by Anthony.
Hey guys.
We just got done playing some Smash Bros, and now we're going to talk about Smash Bros because we can't help but talk about Smash Bros.
Indeed. I think, at least for myself, I'm going to spin this as probably kind of a first playing impressions video. I'm not going to call it a review just yet because there's still a ton I haven't done in the game. But I will preliminarily state that I think that this is probably my favorite Smash Bros.
Yes!
So, there are multiple reasons why. I think honestly, what were you? I was just going to
resort back to the direct reactions video,
which was
to what you said before.
What did I say?
About Isaac not being a gaming.
No, that wasn't it. That wasn't what I was going to say.
Okay.
I've gotten over that. No, it's for me. I think the biggest reason why I love this is it's the stages. Like we always play 8-player Smash. That's the way we always love to do it. We have Smash nights. We invite 8 people and we just play. And we're not worried about competition really. We're just having a good time, having crazy things happen, and it's really a good time. Anyway, so problem was with Smash 4, which I won't stay on this for very long, but the 8-player Smash. Any of you remember that there's 15 stages total you can play, and so that's all we ever ended up playing. But I'm really happy that all of them are available now, so that's a big deal for me.
So nice. For both of us, because I was a part of those sometimes.
Mm-hmm. You didn't come as often as you should have, but
I didn't. I will now.
Yeah. So
if that becomes a thing again,
it will be.
Sweet.
It will.
Let me know.
So I think I guess I'll start off with my impressions of the other modes outside of the normal Smash, because obviously we all love that. I would say probably my favorite thing outside of just normal Smash mode in Smash Ultimate would be World of Light, which I was kind of surprised by because I've always been a little bit. I like the single player modes. I think that they're fun additions that sometimes I like to dabble in and test my skills. And I often don't stick too long with it because there are times when I get hung up on trying to complete a challenge at the highest difficulty and then something lame happens and I get really upset. So then I stop and do something else. But
yep.
I really like World of Light because I feel like it's actually a really clever change up to the normal single player mode, and really is kind of a love letter to not just Smash Bros, but to video games in general.
All kinds of stuff.
And I won't get into spoiler territory. I'm just going to make the assumption that any description of anything about the mode counts as, or at least the events and things like that in the mode, count as spoilers. So I won't get into that. But let's just say that there's some really cool little homages to all of the different franchises that they've got showcased in there. And as you've probably seen with the Spirit mode, each Spirit essentially, or at least franchise, with exceptions, I think, of some that are a little bit smaller and less notable. Each one kind of has their series given a homage to it, and it's really cool the ways that they do it. It's just really fun how much detail they put into it.
The one battle we were talking about earlier is the Rayman battle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that one. It was my trash for a while.
It was clever and very challenging. That was another thing that surprised me is how challenging they've managed to make it. I wouldn't call myself necessarily a competitive level player, but I can hold my own in I'd say I'm more than just a casual player, but this was definitely very, very challenging. And the thing that I found, I think. So the most gratifying thing for me is the way that they found a way to make the spirit element and kind of those light RPG elements that they added actually valuable in the mode. I was expecting, as in previous Smash modes, that there would be, you can slightly modify, certain things about your character, kind of like with the custom movesets from Smash 4, but they don't really do much to change the mode. It's just slightly differentiated. But I think the moment for me when I realized that, hey, I can actually really get into these RPG elements because there are moments when they're legit kind of required. And I think that moment was when I was in a battle where so they have conditions. It's kind of like events, like the old event modes in a way. And the conditions were that there was an extremely strong wind blowing, and your character loses all buoyancy in water, so they can't swim. And so you're constantly getting blown to the left of the screen, and there's water everywhere. And then, of course, there's this computer trying to kill you, and you can't even spend any time trying to defeat the computer because you're spending all your power trying to stay on the stage. And so at first I was thinking, this is ridiculous. This is super rigged. How are you supposed to beat this? And then I was looking through my spirit board, which to that point I hadn't really put any attention to, and realized, that these spirits have characteristics to them. And one of them said, reduces the effect of strong winds. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. I see why these are valuable now. I just thought that they were going to be like, well, slightly, you can do 1% more with your neutral move, which there is some of that.
Some of that.
But it was suddenly really cool how they actually are an important part of the mode. So I thought that was fun. What were some of your thoughts? What did you like?
Same. Well, I have been playing a lot of World of Light. I think you've gotten a little bit farther than me. Boss-wise, I've been more exploring the entire map and getting all the spirits out of the way gameplay. But I agree. Like, the spirits are super deep, more than I thought they were. And I used them right from the get-go, so I didn't quite know what I was doing. All I knew is I wanted my number to be slightly lower than the opponent's so that I'd get more rewards. Not make myself too overpowered for the match, which is really cool. You get more rewards for a more even battle than you would if you dominate, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, same experience Anthony had with the wind, and I had another one where the floor would make you sleep, or poison. And sometimes I didn't have the right spirit, and I'd just take the damage and the poison and just see if I could do it. And I won a couple like that. But for the most part, you do want to have the right spirit for the right stage, which is really fun. And I've done some level ups. I don't know if you've ever tried to level up your spirits yourself. I've put them in a dojo a couple times. They have a couple of dojos you can send your spirits to level up and gain experience that way, but you have to go without them for a while. And that was not fun. I think that was the first time I went to face Raymond, was without my best primary spirits with me. I was like, I'll come back when my spirits are done training. But overall, I'm super happy with the whole package and happy with all the characters they bring back. And I love all the new characters they brought in. Even though I'm not very good with them yet, I want to be a professional Inkling. They're super fun. I love their movesets. I love the way they move around the stage. Oh, they're just way fun. I want to get used to that. And Ridley's way fun. But again, I got to practice with that with Ridley too. I don't know whether they're called Ridley a boy or a girl. I want to get really good with him or her, whatever it is.
Pretty sure. So I read somewhere that Melee, there was they had like the old trophy,
Oh yeah.
stuff that they got rid of for this one. And I read somewhere that the trophy for Melee identified it as male. But anyway, I definitely agree. I tried Ridley myself, and I got my butt handed to me. There was a moment though where I swear I was fighting. It was just a free for all, and I was fighting a Yoshi, and I swear I got KO'd at 40%. I'm like, what the heck? Isn't Ridley supposed to be a gigantic dragon and this little dinosaur? That was pretty irritating. Anyway, it just proves that I suck at him and I need to get better. So there's going to be a lot of that, but it's kind of fun that there's so many options.
Speaking of so many options, what do you think about the local multiplayer? Have you played local multiplayer yet, or online?
I haven't played online yet, but local multiplayer it seems good so far. I've only played really with Caitlin and some computers. But one of
You
these...
haven't played like local communication with other Switches?
Oh, no.
No? I have.
How is it?
It works nice.
Does it?
Yeah, it's flawless. Online is...
I
Online.
hear it's a little messy.
It's kind of messy.
It.
I wish it
sounds-
wasn't messy, but it's a little bit messy.
Well, and it sounds like it depends on who you ask, which, from the sound of it, means essentially that it is messy. Because, I mean, with them using a peer-to-peer connection approach, you know, if the person in question has a really good connection, then chances are they're going to have less of a problem with online. But I've also heard some people say that sometimes it's almost like Nintendo Online has gotten worse, which is kind of a bad state of affairs because, as everyone knows right now, that's an area that Nintendo still hasn't figured out, which we won't get into that because this is about Smash Bros. But I hope they start figuring that out soon. Anyway,
I agree.
but I expect the local multiplayer will be excellent because
It's really good.
I mean, I haven't, I haven't tried Switch to Switch communication yet, but I know that 8-player Smash was the ultimate, party night kind of thing for Smash 4, and so
Yep.
now that we have all the stages and so many characters, it's only bound to be better.
Way better.
So
I have tried multiple Switches. I think I've played up to 3 locally, and like I said, it was flawless. It was so good.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it.
But yeah, and I have played an online mode that actually wasn't too bad, but it was just 2 of us.
Really?
It
Oh,
was just
yeah.
the 2 of us playing, but the lag wasn't too bad.
All right. Well, and I've heard some people. So this is where again it sounds like it's just based on the strength of your connection. Because I've heard some people who, YouTubers and some reviewers who have sounded really positive about the online. I was actually surprised even to hear that it was so bad for some because to that point I'd only heard reviewers who were saying, yeah, the online is actually not too bad. Like. There was occasional hiccups, but it worked really well. And then everyone else, and then all of a sudden I hear all these other people are saying, it's a mess, fix it, it's terrible. And I'm guessing it's probably a bit of both, and it really depends on you. So I really hope Nintendo kind of rescinds their previous suggestion of just go get a LAN adapter. Because it's like, so you've just essentially raised the overhead for getting Smash Bros. If you want to be able to play online. Which is unfortunate, and I hope that they fix that.
Yes, me too. That's probably why I was having so many issues with online, because I don't have one at all, and I don't use it. And I was playing upstairs at the time, but then again, I do have a pretty good mesh system in my house, so I was right by the mesh Wi-Fi point. I don't know if that means anything, but
So that
it's got to count for something.
I
It was
guess
right next
so.
to it, so I had full bars, so I should have been fine. But yeah, I guess in some areas of my house it had an issue.
Yeah. So there's room for improvement there, but I feel like, well, at least for me personally, the online mode is the mode I've historically done the very least in. I think in Smash 4 I played like maybe a total of 5 rounds. I'm pretty sure I could count it on one hand how many times I played the online. Because, for me, Smash is a local multiplayer game. And I honestly think that's probably what Nintendo's trying to capitalize on, but at the same time I hope that they don't stubbornly stick to doing that at the expense of online as well, because there's definitely a community that wants that.
Yes.
So, but anyway, I also wanted to take some time to talk about another of the single-player modes, the classic mode.
Yeah.
I was actually pretty impressed with what they did with it. So how they essentially made it so that there's a different path, a different set of battles for each character, and then a little bit of a fun surprise at the end, which again, I'll leave the details off, but it's specific to the character, and I just remember really, really liking what they've done with that. Sorry, I just watched how that battle ended. That was great.
Sorry.
That was great. Okay. We're watching the video as we record. I'm sorry. I hope that is an unprofessional move. That was excellent.
Thank you very much.
Anyway.
One of my shining moments.
But yeah, so with the classic mode, each thing is tailor-made to each character, and the conclusion is also something that kind of heralds from the series that they come from, and I thought it was a really fun a fun change to the system that I think will keep me interested in it for quite a bit longer. The only thing that I'm still sad about is the treasure chest level. It's the same for everyone. Like, that was, at least so far that I've experienced.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember what that is.
It's when you're running away from the black hole. And I was just like, if you're going to go to that much effort to make it so that each character had their own path, then maybe just make 4 more versions of that level. It doesn't need to be tailor-made just like everything else is. So that was unfortunate that it was all the same stuff. But I mean, that's a minor problem, and it's really not the point of the mode anyway. And I've really enjoyed that change as well. So honestly, that's about as far as I've gotten with playing Smash to this point, and I'm thinking there's probably more to unlock and experience, but I've loved what there's been so far.
I've only done the classic mode once.
Oh, okay.
As Link. And I got to that last battle and I got trashed.
It's tough.
So no spoilers, don't worry. I'm not going to say anything. But I did get smoked that last round.
The way they did it, yeah.
Man. Yeah, I haven't gone back. Let's just say that. I went right back to World of Light after that. But I need to. I want to try more classic mode. But yeah, that's all we've done. We haven't tried Squad Strike, though I want to do it on our channel here in a little bit when we can get some more people to join us. If we can find like one of your Smash parties or something.
Yeah,
we can do that. We can do tourney mode and all kinds of stuff, and we'll have it right there, ready to show you guys. But I think overall our thoughts are pretty positive. I'd say.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of my favorite Smash games I've played in a while. I love how much quicker it is, and all the other details we've just discussed. By far, I'm not the best Smash player, but I sure have a good time.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point.
Yes, I can play this for hours, and my wife will probably get mad at me. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna give it a review score yet. We haven't had enough time with it, and we didn't get a review copy. So we're behind the times.
We're not.
But we're having what?
We're not that kind of reviewer. We're just enthusiasts.
Casual reviewer. Yeah.
But yeah, it's shaping up to be probably my favorite just because of how much attention to detail they put into everything. There's still more to experience, but I just like how even the minor tweaks just seem to be tailor-made to make the experience better for the player. Like another thing that they did is they made it so that you can quick select what settings you want in your battles. Like you just create.
How did I forget that? Good job.
Yeah, like you create kind of a slot for a certain type of battle. If you like, sometimes to just be able to do stock with no time, no items, final smash meter on, something like that, then you can just program it in, and then just with one quick press of a button, you're there.
You're in. You don't have to do it again every time.
It's really fun how they
love it.
How they there's just cool little details like that everywhere, and so it really kind of seems like this is Sakurai's love letter to the Smash Bros fans, and I'm feeling pretty flattered by it right now.
Yes.
To use
Yes.
the comparison. Anyway, so it's an excellent game, and more thoughts will be forthcoming.
Go play it. How about that? Stop
absolutely.
watching this video and go play it.
Go do that. That is a good thing to do.
So, if there's anything else, I think we're done. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe and like it and leave us a comment. And, yeah.
And keep it nerdy.